Fingers crossed it doesn't crash. Oh dear. Okay, on the top right, playing as the Sky Latin Confederation, we have Kaiji666. His teammate playing simply as AD, as the Lime Psychor, we have. It is AD, sorry, I've made that mistake already. But these two are now forming Team ADNO.1. Their opponents playing as the Blue Scorpion Cell, we have Alstar. No game. Oh, fuck me. Thank you, Thank you, Sovereign. Let me quickly fix that. First match. Yes, it is Siegeland. Alstar's teammate playing as the Red Psycho. We have Blinking Luck, otherwise known as JackoDerp, performing IsPepsilonOkay. And conveniently playing as Blue and Red. Jacko moving his MCV up to this ore field here after putting barracks and bioreactor down, having captured his Tech Veteran Academy. ADNO.1 yet to capture theirs, as players just go for their conventional scouting. See more. That's a lot of red spooks out there from Jacko, and it looks like there's a Soul Engineer here out from AD. Is he on autopilot and trying to go for the for the cat pad? Because this is Tournament 2v2 mode. Cat pads have in fact been deleted from the game. There was much rejoicing. So that engineer looks like it's going to be a solid waste of 300 quid, as it does in fact look like it was going to capture the cat pad, which isn't there. So AD has just trolled himself. That is nice. As we see a large conscript ball out here from Kaiji666, as his opponent just keeps a small amount of initiates here for base security. That is a lot of spooks from Jacko. They're veteran spooks too. So what the hell Jacko's up to there is, I'm not sure. He's made 8k worth of spooks. So as we see the Gatling tank out here coming up to immediately clean that all up, as Jacko tries to chase down the engineer, and the spook walks through all of the conscripts who don't pay any attention at all. This could just be free real estate for the spook here if it actually, you know, catches up and eats some. Got a Terror Drone out here as this Gatling tank just cleans up a metric shitload of spooks here. As we see two Mantis tanks out here from Alstar with a couple of initiates acting as point defense against the Terror Drone here. Meanwhile, no such tanks out here from Jacko just yet, although he is only on 2 miners. He's base crawling towards the ore pit here, whilst AD goes for a much more conventional base setup on this position, and Kaiji is doing a fairly normal base crawl out towards this ore pit as well. Yeah, Lolicon. Lolicon, so the cat pads have been removed in Tournament 2v2 mode, which is what we are using. So there is in fact no reinforcement pad in the centre. As we see these Mantis tanks just mop up a whole shitload of conscripts here. Bloody hell. That is some serious crushing value. What was once a huge conscript ball has simply been quite literally run over and shoved, in this case underneath the tank. Oh boy. As we now see Kaiji having run broke, there is the first bomb buggy out for the game here, as we see fast tier 2 out here from Latin. I think that's actually the second bomb buggy, as we've just heard an explosion over here and Alstar's war factory is no longer present. Second bomb buggy out here, Alstar notices it, goes to try and get the intercept off with the Mantis tanks, but the bomb buggy is in itself faster. But it looks like it's going to run straight into Jacko's initiates, who pick it up quite nicely. As we see Jacko putting out some pressure here. We've got a crazy Ivan out here from Kaiji here, as these initiates are going to start getting themselves into a whole load of trouble, and they're going to be cleaned up quite conveniently from AD there. Jacko working on building a sizable Lasher force here, gone double factory, no longer making anything out of it though, working on another ore refinery to pick up this gem pit here. See a couple more spooks here, probably going to chuck them into the bioreactor as all these reactors are empty. as we see the first Marauder on the field. Jacko will probably try and get some crushes off on the infantry here and try and snipe the Pandora hub, I reckon, here. Yeah, oh, but archers are just that good. There's the scatter, and these lashes are just going to evaporate. Oh dear. Jacko playing at 9 AM in the morning is biting him in the ass, as his attack is just cleaned up. No actual damage here. Kaiji working on Battle Lab as well. AD working on another ore refinery, likely to go down here as his force just keeps snowballing whilst Jacko's thrown his away continuously. He needs to start making more units out of the barracks, at least especially, just to have an infantry ball here, because at this stage he is going to be outnumbered massively with no bulk to protect any of his tanks here, as he just maintains. He's kept his lasher production going, but he's now switched to 2 Marauders with the Pandora hub down. Jacko on the field here trying to stave off the forces, loses the speed of trek for free, as now the pressure, the tables have turned, and the pressure is now on Pepsilon. See large conscript and initiate ball go for Alstar, and the Marauders head straight for Jacko. I hear Ivan ticking noises. I think that may be on the war factory. No, it was on a bioreactor. That's mildly inconvenient, but ultimately doesn't affect Jacko's power situation. As we see the enemy now mount their attack onto Alstar here, with the conscripts to get cleaned up. Jacko's trying going to crush out Alstar's infantry. They pull back. Initiate ball simply too large for Jacko to handle here, as he's now having to rely on mind control here to try and delay the enemy. Simply too many initiates here. His tanks will melt if they try to go for crushes. Jacko holding his own, Alstar trying to hold his own, trying to provide support. Jacko goes for the crushes anyway, gets a decent amount off, but the elites here are just mind controlling infantry, not any of the Marauders, and the infantry ball is simply too large. I don't think Jacko can hold. Alstar comes in here to try and clean up the Marauders, but there's simply too many of them. Just don't have the numbers here to actually hold against them. None of their attacks have worked out. Alstar got bomb buggied as well, and now AD has just snowballed. Jacko has no money. Malva on the field here in an effort to try and salvage the situation, but he gets detected. They capture Jacko's Pandora hub here, as there is now a war factory in Jacko's base. They sell the Pandora hub. What else are they building? They're building another bioreactor. We've got Morales on the field to add insult to injury here, as now Marauder production takes place on the front line. A couple of engineers out here for Jacko here. Not sure what they're going to try and accomplish, as everything has gone hectic here. Morales is murdered by Malva, as the counter-assassin at close range gets the sniper. This is a pretty dire situation. War factory is sold, another tank is picked up. Risen Monolith 1v1 there, as Alstar's Risen Monolith is in fact going to probably prevail, but it's mostly on the fact that, you know, it's had a better timer. Ooh. Not looking good for Team Pepsilon here. It's gone down the drain. Jacko's lost his Pandora hub, whilst I believe... Okay, AD's not actively working on anything in the Conyard queue, but Latin's tier 3. Alstar is definitely tier 3 as well, and now looking to like he's going to have to shift to rely on Tyrants here. Alstar is running low on money, however. He's got less than 1,000 in the bank. He only has 4 miners here on a somewhat depleted ore field. It's not looking good, and here come the Desotastrophes. Iron Curtain is ready. So we see a couple of hijackers out here from Jacko as they're going to try and turn the tables around. As one of them gets caught out, there are Borillos on the field here to detect shadow ringed hijackers. Scourges move forward, try and get the disable off, but the hijackers aren't fast enough to get in the Desiccat. Okay, a couple of Desiccatters have been hijacked, but that doesn't really disguise them, and they just get melted. Those 2 Desiccatters are picked up. It's still not looking very great for Alstar there. Jacko moves down to assist, but his own line is getting hammered as well. The Lashes will probably pick up the Desiccatus, but there's the Iron Curtain now, and it is pretty much going to be GG at this stage. The Tyrants have been dispatched, but these Desiccatus are just going to wreck Alstar. Got more to strike in ambush in there for an insult to injury, as these Lashes are just outnumbered and outclassed by Marauders. Talifer, this is only the first game here, but it's been absolutely brutal for Pepsilon. JackoDerp gives up, and I believe it's only a matter of time before Alstar follows suit. Essentially what happened here is we had some piecemeal attacks out from Jacko that accomplished nothing, and they were too high value, so that was several thousand quid's worth of lashes and initiates down the drain. And Alstar got bomb buggied right off the start, so his vehicle production was very much crippled.